Picture a cold night, 30,000 years ago. A small human family huddles around a flickering fire. Just beyond the light, two yellow eyes watch. A wolf, hungry, cautious, but curious. This single moment, repeated across thousands of years, would change both species forever. This is the story of how a fierce predator became our closest companion. The story of the wolf and the dog. It is not just biology. It is a story of trust, of shared meals, of shared danger, and of a bond that grew slowly across hundreds of generations. First, let us meet the ancestor. Modern dogs did not descend from today's gray wolves. They share a common ancestor, an ancient wolf that lived during the last ice age. This animal was social, intelligent, and lived in tight family packs that hunted together. Here is the key. Wolves already lived like humans. They hunted in groups. They cared for their young together. They communicated, cooperated, and followed leaders. In other words, the wolf brain was already built for partnership. It just needed a partner. Now imagine our human ancestors. They were hunter-gatherers. They followed herds. They left behind scraps of meat and bone near their camps. To a hungry wolf, this was a treasure. Easy calories, no chase, no risk of injury from kicking hooves. But there was a problem. Most wolves were too afraid to come close. The smell of humans, the sound of voices, the flicker of fire, all of it pushed them away. Only a few wolves were different. They were braver, calmer, less fearful around strangers. Scientists call this trait tameness. It is not training. It is something an animal is born with. A tame wolf cub stays curious instead of scared. It approaches instead of runs. And in those rare brave wolves, the seed of the dog was already growing. So the boldest wolves crept closer. They ate the scraps. They survived a little better than their shy cousins. They had more pups. And those pups inherited the same calm, curious nature. This is natural selection, quietly choosing the friendly wolf. Generation after generation, these wolves changed. Their bodies began to shift. Their snouts grew shorter. Their teeth grew smaller. Their ears sometimes flopped. Their tails curled. Even their coats showed new patches of white and brown. They were becoming something new. Why did their looks change? Here is the surprising part. Tameness and appearance are linked deep in the genes. When you select for a calm animal, you also accidentally select for floppy ears, spotted coats, and a more puppy-like face. Friendly bodies follow friendly minds. Yate. Now the bond truly begins. Imagine a human child finding a wolf pup near the camp. The pup is small, calm, and curious. The child feeds it. They play. They sleep near each other. The pup grows up never knowing fear of humans. It grows up belonging. These proto-dogs gave humans something powerful. They warned of danger. A stranger approaching the camp at night? The dog barked. A predator in the dark? The dog growled. For the first time, humans could sleep more deeply, knowing a friend was on watch.